Right, so how do metamorphic rocks form, right? We've talked about under intense heat and pressure, how we have these solid state solutions, right? But how does this actually happen? So metamorphic rocks form, I've been saying intense heat and or pressure a lot. And that's because metamorphic rocks often form from intense heat and pressure, but it could just be heat and it could just be pressure, right? As long as there is some solid state reaction. The material remains solid, but the bonds within that material change to form a new mineral or change to form a new shape. Okay. So for example, shale can turn into slate under intense heat. All right, so heat, let's talk about that first. Again, metamorphism can happen with just heat. It doesn't also require pressure. Often does, but it doesn't require it. So there are a few possible heat sources. The first one we call contact metamorphism. And this just means that the rock is so close to something incredibly hot, right? It's in contact with something incredibly hot, so it metamorphizes, right? So think about the rocks next to a magma chamber. The rocks next to a magma chamber, they're solid, they're rocks, but they're next to a magma chamber, so they are so hot, they can actually undergo metamorphism. The same thing can happen with deep burial. So we talked about before, right, how the deeper inside of Earth you go, the hotter and the hotter and the hotter and the hotter it gets. So if rocks are buried deeper and deeper and deeper within the Earth, they can get so hot at those great depths that they can undergo metamorphism.